What's up, cool people? Welcome back to another episode of My Cool Books. I'm your host, Galactic Mr. E, and today we will be taking a look at indie comic Paper Girls, which was published by Image Comics. Paper Girls is the brainchild of Brian K. Vaughan with illustrations by Cliff Chiang. The colorist is Matt Wilson, and the letterer and designer is Jared K. Fletcher. Paper Girls is an epic sci-fi adventure that follows four newspaper delivery girls from the year 1988 who uncover the most important story of all time. While they're out delivering papers the morning after Halloween, the town is struck by an invasion from a mysterious force from the future. The girls are unwillingly thrust into the middle of the conflict between two warring factions of time travelers known as the Teenagers and the Old-Timers. These two factions are at war because one of them wants to alter history, while the other thinks it should remain preserved. I really enjoyed this book. Though I do think one of the characters was a little hard to swallow at times, it was a fast-paced adventure, and the story had enough twists and turns to keep you guessing throughout the series. It was a beautifully illustrated coming-of-age story where the characters are thrust into their own futures and are shown how the world has adjusted their expectations of what life will look like for them. Throughout the series, they must choose to confront their fate or run from it. In the midst of the war, they are navigating topics like their sexuality and womanhood, as well as learning to trust and open themselves up to others. While dealing with these harsh realities of a future yet to be, they also have to figure out how to get back to their time and not end up casualties in someone else's war. These girls are forced to deal with life and death and harsh cultures of both the past and the future. Amazon Prime recently released a series by the same name, with all 8 episodes airing on this past Thursday, July 28th, 2022. While the series takes some deviations from the source material, I think it still does a pretty good job of emphasizing the characters' arcs. We get to see the characters interact with their older selves a little more than we do in the comics, and it really encapsulates the contrast in what we want as youths to where we end up as adults. Even though this is a coming-of-age story, I feel I still enjoyed watching it, as sometimes we do wonder what our younger selves would think of us if they saw us now. This series delves into that question, and you can see the struggle of these characters as they come face to face with the answer. All in all, I think the journeys of Aaron, Mac, KJ, and Tiff are worth checking out both in print and on the silver screen. I do think some of the changes made from the page to screen were a little strange. In the comics, the girls venture into a basement of a house being constructed trying to get their walkie-talkie back from people they presume are neighborhood bullies. During this search, they find a time machine and are blasted with a pulse that encrypts their DNA, making them and anyone sharing their DNA invisible to the old-timers, or the Old Watch. This leads to several clones being created in the comic, but it does not appear the show is taking this plot point, as one of the most notable clones in the comic series was not seen at all in the first season, and there are no implications that the girl's DNA has been encrypted, as they did not find the time machine in the basement. Another change are the factions. They go by new names from the comic series to the TV show. In the comic series, they're referred to as the Old-Timers and the Teenagers, but in the TV show, they're referred to as the Old Watch and the STF Underground. There are also new characters like Larry and Juniper of the STF Underground, who seem to have taken the role of Charlotte from the comic series. There's also Mac's brother and stepmother who have a little more of a presence in the series that makes Mac's storyline even more heartbreaking. Another big change from the comic to the TV show are how the girls initially start their time travel journey. In the comic series, when Erin is injured, she's taken off alone and the girls find her later before starting the adventure. In the TV show, Erin is injured and all of the girls travel together on this first time travel journey as they are thrust into the war between the STF Underground and the Old Watch. They also do not get separated in this first time travel adventure, and them getting separated is a pretty big plot point as it leads the girls to going to the prehistoric times. The girls traveling to prehistoric times has pretty big implications in the comic book series, so it was kind of strange not to see that plot point played out in the TV show. However, this would not be the first time that a TV series based on a comic has deviated from the source material, so who knows what they have coming down the pipeline. I think I am going to continue watching as the series comes out. All 8 episodes of season 1 are on Amazon Prime now, so go check it out and let us know what you think. And also go ahead and pick up Paper Girls, the complete story. I did enjoy reading through this book. I had a really great time. It's a wonderful coming of age story. Definitely worth checking out. Again, I'm your host, Galactic Mr. E. This has been My Cool Books, and we will catch you next time. Okay, bye.